Welcome to SeaTuck's From the Field video series. My name is Enrico Nardone, and I'm the director here at SeaTuck. If you don't know who we are, we're a non-profit organization that works around Long Island to conserve wildlife and the habitats on which they depend. We do that in a lot of ways. We're involved in some scientific research. We organize citizen science projects, conduct surveys, and then we fight and advocate every day for wildlife and the habitats that they need to try to restore and revive these places. We also have a robust environmental education program, and it involves trying to get people of all ages outside and connected to the natural world, because that's where conservation starts, people who have their own experiences in nature. A lot of our work focuses on children and trying to get them away from their phones and their video games, and outside with their hands in the mud and their feet in the water and developing their own natural experiences. We like to say that work helps us grow the next generation of conservation. So thanks for joining us today. We know there's a lot going on and everybody's dealing with a lot of stress and challenges. Our hearts go out to anybody who's dealing with loss and sickness in their own family. One of the goals of this program, this From the Field video series, is first just to provide a distraction, a way for people on the verge of a way to just get away and experience some beautiful places on Long Island and learn something. And then the other part really is the educational aspect. We hope there's something for all ages, but the target audience is really the kids, the grade schoolers and the middle schoolers who are stuck at home and they can't see their friends and are looking for things to do. So we're going to use our policy staff, our education staff, to try to get out and show you some cool places and some cool things around Long Island. So we're here today to talk about the American eel. I know you're all eel lovers, and if you're not, you're going to hopefully be eel lovers by the time we're done. My mother told me this morning that she's terrified of eels and hates eels. So one of my goals is that if I can convince her and anybody else that's afraid of eels that they're super cool and really important ecologically, then we'll have accomplished something today. So I'm going to start by showing you where I am and why it's so loud. So I'm not going to tell you the exact place, but I am sitting in a spillway on the south shore of Long Island. Bear with me a sec. So this is the spillway of a lake where the water is pouring over. The spillway is where the water moves over from a dam. This is a stepped spillway down into the tailwater. This water now goes out into the bay. I hope you can hear me okay. I know it's a little loud. But this lake is really an impounded creek. And this creek, before this dam was here, was a natural flowing creek that flowed from headwaters up in the middle of Long Island down to the south shore into the Great South Bay. It was one of many, many creeks on Long Island, more than 100 just in Nassau and Suffolk County alone. And these creeks were a really important part of our terrestrial landscape. So lots of things use them for a place to live, for water to drink, and to find food to eat. But they were also a really important part of our coastal ecosystem, our broader system, because they were the avenues through which wildlife, nutrients, and sediments move back and forth. Now, a really important part, I'm getting help from my assistant, Austin, who's up here. Say hi, Austin. Austin is going to be following along. If you guys have questions and post questions, he'll be able to call them down to me because I can't hear a thing or see much. So I'm going to start with this kind of confusing word called diadromous. So it sounds fancy, but it's a cool word, and it'll help you impress all your friends if you want to sound like you know something about science. So this word, the root of this word is running, and the prefix is through. So diadromous fish are fish that run through from one kind of habitat to another, and the habitats are saltwater and freshwater. They go back and forth from salt to freshwater. That might not sound like a really important thing, but it's actually really unique. Most freshwater fish, if you took a smallmouth bass out of this lake and took it down here in the bay and put it down in the water, it would die pretty soon because it can only live in freshwater. On the other hand, if I took a saltwater fish out of the bay and put it in this lake, it would also die because it can only live in saltwater. But diadromous fish go back and forth. In fact, they have to go back and forth as part of their life cycle. Of the tens of thousands of fish in the world, there are only 1% of those fish are diadromous that go back and forth. So they're really, really unique. And they're really important because they go back and forth. They move from coastal systems into the bays and rivers and upstream. And that movement of ocean energy into the rivers is a really important part of what makes the entire coastal ecosystem work. So diadromous fish are important. We on Long Island are lucky to have 3 kinds of diadromous fish. The first are river herring. There's 2 kinds of river herring. One's called an alewife and one's called a blueback herring. But they're basically the same life cycle. They live most of their life in the ocean. And then they come into freshwater to spawn and lay eggs. And those eggs hatch in freshwater and the babies go back out to the ocean to live. They're very similar to the most famous of all diadromous fish, which is the fish you see jumping over grizzly bears and waterfalls on the Discovery Channel. And maybe some of you guys know the answer to that question, but maybe you can post that. Austin will tell me. Anybody know the most famous diadromous fish? So those are like river herring. So the other kind of diadromous fish we have on Long Island are American eels. So American eel are kind of the opposite of river herring. American eels hatch in the ocean, and then they swim into the rivers and streams where they live most of their lives. And then when they're ready, they go back out to the ocean to spawn, and then they die out there, and that's the end. They start the cycle over again. So what we're here to see today, if we're lucky, are the baby eels that are coming out of the ocean into this river, and they want to spend the rest of their lives here until it's their turn to go out to the ocean and spawn. So this is really one of the most amazing things in the fish world, are the fact that American eels from everywhere from Maine down to Florida and into the Mississippi River and the Gulf of Mexico and South America, all of those eels, when they're adults, somehow swim out into the ocean, into the middle of the North Atlantic, to a place called the Sargasso Sea, and they find each other and they spawn and they lay eggs. Scientists have only just recently discovered where they go, but they have still yet to ever see them there or know how they reproduce. All the scientists know is that the youngest baby eels start their lives there. And they start their lives as these kind of leaf-like shaped things that float around in the ocean, and they eventually get close to shore and they turn into something more that looks like an eel, and they start swimming. And they start swimming into our bays. So these eels may have come through Jones Beach Inlet or Fire Island Inlet, and they come into Great South Bay, and they swim, and they're coming up to this creek, and they're trying to go upstream and live the rest of their lives. So what we're going to look for now are these baby eels, and we're going to see if I can show you some. Now, two warnings. One, and anybody who's ever gone fishing knows, you can't always know what the fish are going to do, right? And maybe you're going to catch some, maybe you're not. So I hope we're going to catch eels here, but I can't promise that. The second thing is, you can't do this at home. These fish are protected by the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, and SeaTuck is allowed to do it because we have a permit from DEC to help these fish get over the dam. So I'm going to do it because I have a special permission, but I don't want you to try this at home. All right, let's grab the net and see what happens. All right, I'm going in. Actually, I'm going to do it from right here. Are you ready? Who wants to see some eels? All right, I think I got it. I'm going to put them in the tank. Hold on one second. Let's try again. I got a couple in the tank. I'm going to show you. We didn't strike out today. I'm going to show you this baby eel. If I can get it out of the net. I hope you can see that little guy. So this little juvenile is called, well, they come in, they're called glass eels because they're actually translucent. That means that you can't see, they have no color, they're just clear. And then once they're here for a while, they start to gain their color, and they're called elvers. So I hope you can see this, but this is an elver because it has some pigmentation. And this little guy is probably a year old, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, but has been hatched about a year ago in the Sargasso Sea, more than 1,000 miles away from Long Island, and has managed to drift and then swim its way into this creek, and it wants to go upstream where it can grow up to be an adult. When it's an adult, it could be 4, 5, or even 6 feet long before it turns around and goes back to the ocean. I'm going to put this one in the tank and show you the tank. Show you them in the tank here, swimming around. I'm not sure you can see those in the tank. But I'm going to show you something else about these fish. So they're trying to go upstream. Obviously the dam behind me is blocking them, which is a problem, which is why SeaTuck and our partners around Long Island are trying to address this problem by installing fish ladders or trying to remove some of these dams in some cases so these fish can go upstream. But eels, in some cases, can get past the dams because they are remarkably good at climbing. And I'm going to show you here how these fish are trying now to climb out of the water and go up the dams. How do I reverse this image? Can you see them there? All right. Can you see them in the corner of the dam?
It has to. I'm a little bit behind, so I hope
you can see them there trying to climb out of the water. They're right on the corner of that.
How long do American eels drown?
So we got a question, how long do they get? They can get 4 or 5 feet long before they are fully adults and ready to go back to the ocean. And another cool thing about them is when they do that, when they get ready to make that journey back out into the ocean, they actually go through this transformation where their eyes get really big because they're getting ready to swim in a dark ocean. Their fins get bigger so they're stronger swimmers. And they stop eating because that's they're done. All they need to do is make this 1,000-mile swim out to the ocean and find millions, hopefully, other American eels to spawn with. I'm going to try to catch some more.
Jennifer asks, how long do they live?
So Jennifer had a question about how long they live. So they can live, once they move into the stream, for decades. They can live 10, 20, even 30 years in the stream before they decide to go back out to the ocean. Can you guys see them here? Alf, can you see them?
Sounds good.
Can you see them?
Yeah, hold it up a little more. Higher. There. Yeah, close. A little bit higher. A little higher. There you go. Perfect. Yeah,
So I hope you got a good look at them. Any other questions, Alf? Okay. I think that's all. If you have any questions, let us know. Visit our website at ctuck.org, and we hope we'll see you out at some programs and our facilities when this crisis is over and things get back to normal. And keep an eye out in the future for our more installments of our From the Field series. We're going to get John Turner out looking at vernal ponds, and Maureen Dunn on the beach doing a beach walk, and Mike Piccini looking for river otters maybe, and we'll see what else comes up. So stay tuned. Thanks for following along, and we'll see you soon.